Hi friends, today we are going to learn a very interesting concept of physics. Before telling the name of that concept, let me ask you a simple question. So if I take two positive charges and bring them near to each other, then what may happen? Or if I bring two negative charges, what will happen? Or if I bring a positive charge with a negative charge, then what will be the result? We know that when we bring two charges close to each other, we get either attraction or repulsion. In this case, yes, you guessed it right, it's a repulsion. Here again, it's a repulsion force. Here, the opposite charges always attract, so we can say that there is attraction between these two charges. When I bring these two charges, then those two charges are going to attract to each other. What may be the factor which is bringing them together or moving them apart? There must be some force acting between them, right? Let us call it as electrostatic is nothing but it deals with the study of fields, charges, and everything which is related to the electric charge, right? That is electrostatics. And the force acting between these two charges is called as electrostatic force. Now my question is, can we measure the magnitude of this force that is acting between these charges? Do we have any formula? Yes, we have. We have a formula which is given by Coulomb. So the formula goes in this way. Force is directly proportional to the product of the charges and inversely proportional to the square of the distance. So friends, let us consider two charges whose centers are joined by a single straight line and which are separated apart from each other by distance of r. Let the magnitude of charge of this charge be q1 and magnitude of this charge be q2. This is the diagrammatic representation of Coulomb's law. Now, I was talking about the force which is acting between these charges, right? The force is directly proportional to the product of the charges and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between these two charges. So friends, Coulomb's law obeys inverse square law. So here, I can replace this proportional symbol by proportionality constant K. The value of this proportionality constant is going to be 1 upon 4 pi epsilon. In simple words, permittivity means allowance of a charge in a medium. Meaning, if I take a small plate or a mesh like structure, and if I pour grains or something in this, how much percent of those grains poured are going to pass through this mesh? So that is going to the permittivity. So I am going to permit the substance to pass through it. So that is called as permittivity. Permitting something to pass through it. It is called permittivity. Here epsilon is equal to epsilon naught into epsilon r. Epsilon naught is the permittivity of free space. There is no medium. And epsilon r is nothing but the relative permittivity. Relative permittivity means comparing the permittivity of one substance with the permittivity of the substance in free space. So
relative permittivity can be written as epsilon divided by epsilon naught.
Most of the cases we see that we take for our simplification we take into consideration uh, as epsilon naught, meaning we always consider the charges to be in the free space. If they are present in a medium which is having permittivity of E, then I have to calculate the permittivity of free space, then I have to consider the relative permittivity, then I will get the permittivity of this medium in which the charges are placed. So for simplification, I take permittivity of free space. The value comes out to be 9 into 10 raised to 9.
So now I'm just taking the numerical values. Afterwards, I will deal with the units. Here, the value of epsilon naught is
8.854 into 10 raised to minus 12. This is the value of permittivity of free space.
Newton's law can be stated in this way.
The force of attraction or repulsion acting between these two charged particles, which should be a point charges, is directly proportional to the product of the charges, magnitude of the charges, and inversely proportional to the square of the distance separating them. So this is the Coulomb's law, right? So friends, we will discuss the unit SI unit of Coulomb, and what is the Coulomb, and what is the charge, and what are the SI units and dimensional formulas in the next video. Till then, bye bye.